morning, students. Once again I am here with you with a new lesson. The name of the lesson is the praying hand. Okay, student? This story has been appropriately named the praying hand because it related the tribute paid by Albert to his brother, whose hand became useless in the effort to support his brother education in the academic. So let us see the student, how he has helped his brother and how they have understood each other's dreams and how they are willing to support each other, even if it means by sacrifice. Okay, students? So let us see the lesson. Back in the 15th century, in a teeny village near Nuremberg, lived a family with 18 children. 18! In order to merely put food on the table for this mob, the father and head of the household, a goldsmith by profession. So, there was a teeny village near Nuremberg. There used to live a family, and family was having how many children? 18 children. It is a quite great to think, right, children? Now, the father of the family was a goldsmith by profession. Worked almost 18 hours a day at his trade and other paying chore he could find in the neighborhood. So, to fulfill the needs of his family, the father used to work for the 18 hours a day. By profession, he was a goldsmith, but after that, after completing his work, he used to do a extra core of work. Extra core of work means small odd job that he used to get from his neighborhood. Despite their seemingly hopeless condition, seemingly means student in appearance, means in reality we can say. Two of Albert's Dura, the elder children, had a dream. They both wanted to pursue their talent for art, but they knew fully well that their father would never be financially able to send either of them to study at the academy. Now, after the all spite of the all odd condition, there were the two of them, elder children, Albert and Dura. Okay? So, they know it very well. Albus Dura, the elder children, they had a dream. What dream they were having? They want to pursue their career on an art. They want to pursue their talent for art. But they knew very well their father could never be financially able to send them to complete their study in a academic. After many long discussion at night in their crowded bed, the two boys finally worked out a pact. So both the brothers had a discussion in the crowded bed. Crowded bed means they were having 18 children, no? 18 siblings were there. They used to sleep in a one place. So at a night they had a quiet discussion what they can do, and finally they had a pact. Pact means agreement. They would toss a coin. The loser would go down into a nearby mines and with his earning support his brother while he attend the academy. So what was the agreement? The person who will lose, what he will do? He will go down the nearby mines. You know the student mines? Yes, where we find the coals. and there he will earn. With his earning, the other brother will get support. That one will support to the other brother while he attend the academy. Then, when that brother who won the toss completed his study in 4 years, he would support the other brother at the academic. That means the person who will lose, he will work, he will earn money and support one of his brother. When that brother will complete the education, complete the academy within a 4 years, so what he will do? He will earn and he will support the brother who was earning before. Either with the sale of his artwork or, if necessary, by laboring in the mines. They toss a coin on a Sunday morning after church. Albus Dura won the toss. Albert Dürer won the toss and went off to Nuremberg. Albert went down into the dangerous mine and for the next 4 years. So what they have decided? They have decided to toss a coin on Sunday morning after a church. So Albert Dürer, who won the toss and went off to Nuremberg, and Albert went down into the dangerous mine for the next 4 years. Finally, his brother, whose work at the academy was almost an immediate sensation. Sensation means success. Albert Hitchings, his woodcut, his oil were far better than those of most of his professors. And by the time he graduated, he was beginning to earn considerable fees for his commissioned work. Commissioned work means the art of piece that is made by an artist during a sessions. Okay. So the Albert was very good. Albert was earning very good. Why? Because he was more excellent. He was very good in his art. He was far better than from his professor. When the young artist returned to his village, the Dürer family held a festive dinner on their lawn to celebrate Albert's triumphant homecoming. After a long and memorable meal, punctuated with music and laughter, Albert rose from his honored position at the head of the table to drink a toast to his beloved brother for the year of sacrifice and had enabled Albert to fulfill his ambitions. So after a meal, what they did? They had a toast. They had roasted a toast for the position. For what position? That today he has achieved. He has achieved the position. How? Because of his brother. Now it was the time according to the pact. And now, Albert blessed, brother of mine, now it is your turn. Now you can go to Nuremberg to pursue your dream, and I will take care of you. All heads turned in eager expectations to the far end on the table where Albert sat, tears streaming down his pale face, shaking his lower head from side to side, will be sobbed and repeated over and over. No, no, no. So the Albert was sitting at the end of the far end of the table, and with how he was looking, his face was pale. He was shaking his head with a soft voice. That means he was crying from inside. And what he was telling, No, no, no. Finally, Albert rose and wiped a tear from his cheek. He glanced down the long table at a face he loved, and then holding his hand close to his right cheek, he said softly, "No, brother, I can't go to Norberg. It is too late for me. Look, look, what 4 years in the mine have done to my hand." So, what finally the Albert did? He rose out, he stood up from the end of the table, and he came near to his brother, and he held his cheek and he saw. But he said that, "No, brother, it's no use that I will go back to I will go to a Nurburg. It is too late for him. He has He has shown his hand that in a 4 years, what happens to his hand? The bone in every finger had been smashed at least once, and lately it had been suffering from arthritis so badly in my right hand that I cannot even hold a glass to return your toes, much less make delicate lines on parchments or canvas with a pen or brush. No, brother, for me it's too late. So, as he was completely working in a mine for 4 years, it was a terrible condition. His hands, his fingers were being so rushed out. It was almost the hand, sometimes the bones has been broken. Now it was very hard for him to hold a glass for a toes. Now for a painting to hold a pen or brush, that was impossible for him. More than 450 years have passed. By now, hundreds of masterful portraits, pen and silver point, sketches, watercolor, charcoals and woodcuts and copper, engraving by Albert Dürer hang in every great museum in the world. But the odd are great that you, like most people, are familiar with only one of his work. So more than 450 years has passed. By now, hundred of masterpieces he has made. That is with the help of pens, silver point, sketch, watercolor, charcoals, woodcuts, copper, and they were the masterpiece. They were placed in a museum. They had got a very expensive price. Okay. But one of his work that was quite familiar. What work is that? More than merely being familiar with it, you may very well have a reproduction hanging in your home or office. One day to pay homage to Albert for all that he had sacrificed. Albert Dürer painstakingly drew his brother Abu's hand with palms together. So what he did, here you can see, he has painted it in 1508. He has painted his brother hand and penitent hand or praying hand. This is a pen and ink drawing. It is on display in Albert Museum in Vienna in Australia. So this was one of the most memorable painting that he has painted, and it is a penless. That means penniless, we can say. We cannot make any amount, a fixed amount for this painting. Now this painting was being dedicated to his brother. He called his powerful drawing simply Hand, but the entire world almost immediately opened their heart to this great masterpiece and renamed this tribute of love the Praying Hand. So, when he has painted this hand, he has just given a simple name, that is a hand. but his followers, or we can say the person who likes his painting, the entire world has opened their heart and they had renamed this painting by giving the name the Praying Hands. The next time you see a copy of that touching creation, take a second look. Let it be yours. So student, you might have understood the lesson very well, that how one brother has sacrificed for the other. Okay? Now is the time for the grammar. So today we have to see direct speech and the reported speech, that is the indirect speech. Now read this sentence from the text. His closing words were, "And now, Albert Blaise, brother of mine, now it's your turn." He said softly, "No, brother, I can't go to the Nurburg. It's too late for me." So here you can see the sentence. Here you can see the student. The sentence has an inverted comma. Okay. Now this sentence are in direct speech. When we quote the exact words spoken by someone, it is said to be a direct speech. Now there are some rule of the direct speech. It is written within a question mark, quotation mark. It has the name of the speaker outside the quotation mark. It has a verb to mark that person is speaking, which is placed outside the quotation mark and is called the reporting verb. The reporting verb is the second sentence is said. Now read the same sentence in reported speech. His closing words were that it was then the turn of his blessed brother Albert. He said softly that he could not go to Nurburg because it was too late for him. This sentence are in reported or indirect speech. Reported speech. It is not written with quotation mark. Direct speech, he said, "I work in a bank." You can see here the student, comma and inverted comma, that is a quotation mark. In reported speech, he said that is been used. He work in a bank. Okay. So it is an conjunction is been used. It is usually written with a conjunction that. He said that he worked in a bank. The tense, word order and pronoun are different from those in direct speech. Direct speech. He said, "I work in a bank." Reported speech. He said that he worked, it is added, in a bank. Notice that certain things change when we write something in a reported speech. The pronoun change according to the speaker and the person spoken to. The tense of the verb in the reported speech must be changed. Look at the table. Now, tense form of a direct speech. The simple present change into simple past. Present continuous change into past continuous. Present perfect change into a past perfect. Present perfect continue change into a past perfect continuous. Simple past change into a past perfect. Past continuous change into a past perfect continuous. Past perfect remain as a past perfect. So these are the rules of changing into a direct speech to a reported speech. Note that the verb will used to denote the future in the direct speech change to would in the reported speech. There is a change in the place word and time word. Look at the table. Place and time word change the word. Here it will change into there. This or these will change into that or those. Today, this morning, that day, that morning. Yesterday or tomorrow will change into day before, the next day or the following day. The next week will change into the following week. Now students, let us change the direct speech into a reported speech. Okay. The first sentence is here. He said, mathematics is interesting. So, he said that mathematics was interesting. See here, is been changed into was. And what I have used here? Conjunction. My brother told us that our grandmother would be arriving the next day. Now, this sentence is into a reporting speech. So, I have to write it into a direct speech. My mother said, the comma and inverted comma. Your grandmother will be arriving tomorrow. Inverted comma completed. She said, comma, inverted comma, I have eaten my food. Again, this sentence is into a direct speech. So, I have to change it into a reported speech. She said that she had been eaten her food. So, I have used here conjunction to remove the inverted comma. And instead of I, what I have written? She. And what I have used here? Had been. Okay. The music teacher said that there were usually more girls than boys taking piano class. So, the music teacher said, comma, inverted comma, there are usually more girls than boys taking piano lesson. He said to her, my family went to Mumbai yesterday. So how will you change? He told her that his family had gone to Mumbai the previous day. Okay, students? Now it is the time of a onomatopoeia. That is a figure of speech. Onomatopoeia is creating or using a word that includes the sound that is similar to the noise the word referred to. Onomatopoeia words are the sound words. For a sentence, the bones in every finger had been smashed at least once. The highlighted word is a onomatopoeic words. So here students, let us identify the onomatopoeic words in this sentence by underlining the word that imitates sound. The dead leaf rustled in the strong breeze. So rustle, the sound is made by the leaves. I could hear the bird chirping on the tree outside my window. So what is the sound? Chirping. The word is made by the bird. As the soldier ran through the field, a bullet whizzed past his ear. So whizzed, the sound is made by a bullet. The door opened with a loud creak. Creak. What is the sound? Creak. And who made this sound? The door. The crocodile moved over the sand and did not make a splash when it slid into the water. Splash. So what is the word? Who make it? Splash. The sound, the word of the sound is splash. And who make it? Crocodile. Now write the sound word that related to this word. Rain, pitter, patter. Car, zoom. Dog, growl. Door, bang. Drum, boom. Collision, crash. Okay, student? So you might have understood the beautiful lesson and a grammar. Thank you. We will meet you on the next session.